We are a growing family of 3. We've got a daughter and 2 sons, 9, 7 and 4.
Like a lot of Aussies, Dale and Louise Cam are staying put, hesitating to sell or buy a home at a time of uncertainty.
It's probably delayed our ideal plans moving from here for about 12 months. And the reason is that at the moment there's always uncertainty when it comes to selling, but there's just more uncertainty at the moment. I think the real testing point is that September, October time when all of the initial relief packages roll off, and then depending on what's done next, how many people go to the market, as in potential purchasers, how many potential sellers go to the market. For us, that's what we'll really be watching. But yeah, I think for the moment, we'll continue to wait it out.
We've got a big lift in the unemployment rate. Economic activity is very, very weak at the moment. It's come off, has improved a little bit more recently, but we're still well down on where we were a year ago, and there's still plenty of headwinds. So I think overall, in that sort of environment, we're still going to see things pretty sluggish, and it's our view that house prices have got further to fall.
Data from Domain shows a substantial drop in people looking to sell. From March to April, new national listings dropped by nearly half. But now there are signs of sellers cautiously testing the market. From April to May, new listings are up 29% from a low base.
I'd describe this particular period in the property market as buyers and sellers actively going on hold. We've got a lot of people who are deciding to sit it out, and obviously there are the outliers, but we've seen that reflected with sales volumes. They're significantly lower than last year. Is this one?
Like many of us, the Commonwealth Bank's head of Australian economics, Gareth Aird, is working from home. He's also keeping a close eye on the property market.
When we're thinking about the things which will influence property prices over the near term, we would say the things that are likely to weigh on prices are rising unemployment, lower net overseas migration, and then also falling rents.
Today, the ABC revealed one economist at the Reserve Bank of Australia was so concerned about the state of the property market in April, he suggested drastic action to ask the government to pause sales of existing property for a period.
The RBA must have been absolutely terrified to come up with this, even as a thought bubble. Their expectations on property prices to suggest such an action really must have been well outside the bounds of anything we'd ever experienced. So they clearly were looking at the darkest of times.
The RBA didn't request a pause on property listings, but the problem is many of those who have been trying to sell haven't been able to. Mangala and Anura Fernando moved to Australia from Sri Lanka and built their version of the Australian dream in Townsville.
My husband and myself are very hardworking people. This house is as a result of our hard work. I wanted a very spacious house, and finally we got a beautiful, very spacious house.
But they now want to move further north to be closer to their family and their first grandchild due in August.
We are going to move to Cairns because we want to be with our family, I think, because now we are a bit close to our retirements.
Their house cost $500,000 in 2010. They put it on the market in December for $458,000. But there was little interest, even after they dropped the price by $23,000.
Very stressful. I think now at the moment it's deadly slow selling houses because I think the main reason is COVID-19. All the people are struggling.
The danger for property prices in the near term is what happens in September and October. The JobKeeper income support payment is due to end, and the JobSeeker payment effectively halves. At the same time, mortgage deferments are due to stop. More people could be forced to sell, and more supply means even lower prices.
Difficult economic conditions, reduced demand from population growth, and also some increase in supply. So all coming together to put downward pressure on prices.
In Townsville, Mangala is still waiting for the right buyer. Her real estate agent wants her to drop the price by another $10,000, but Mangala says they can't afford to.
We have to sell this house for reasonable price, and then we are going to buy a house in very close, the amount we sell this house.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.